Whoops. Somebody made some mistakes. We're going to be talking about Whoopi's mistake. We are going to be talking about how we have clinical trials testing and proving out that we do have a remedy for the thing that can't be mentioned, or this show will get censored and will get throttled, quote unquote. And we're going to be talking about some other things that are happening in the media today that I saw that it was interesting. Again, we have another person who's using his success to proclaim the gospel. I love it. Didn't even realize he was a Christian. Maybe he's not, maybe he is. I don't know him personally, but it was really great to see his post. I love it. It was 100% right. I'm going to share that with you as well. We got tons of stuff today to talk about. Welcome to How to Build a 10th podcast and how to make you successful. Thank you for sharing the show, liking the show, watching on YouTube, subscribing, commenting. All of those things help. And I really appreciate you guys doing it. And if I didn't have people doing it, if you guys weren't doing that and helping support the show, we would never make it to where we are today. 400 plus shows. So thank you everyone for your support and just the time to help me out, help, sponsor the show with subscribing to Fight Laugh Feast Network. Go over to flfnetwork.com and get the mug. Going to howtobuilda10.com, you can pick out some merchandise to advertise, represent, and just sharing on social media, following and all that stuff. It really is appreciative. Thank you so much for doing it. What is it? Let's do some good news first, and then I'm going to talk to you about what this doctor talking about how his findings are consistent with what he is seeing with the studies around the world. It's very interesting stuff. But this is an interesting piece. Hulk Hogan. That's right, brother. That's what I remember. I loved him growing up as a kid. Oh my goodness. He was the best. He posted this on Facebook, and it was funny. I screenshotted it and sent it on Twitter and Instagram as well. And some people were saying, that's not him. I've been seeing that going around. I don't believe it. Which just makes it even better because I got this from his blue checkmarked Facebook page. This is what he says. In 3 short months, just like he did with the plagues of Egypt, God has taken away everything we worship. God said, you want to worship athletes? I will shut down the stadiums. You want to worship musicians? I will shut down civic centers. You want to worship actors? I will shut down theaters. You want to worship money? I will shut down the economy and collapse the stock market. You don't want to go to church and worship me? I will make it where you can't go to church. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, and he will forgive their sins, and he will heal their land. Maybe we don't need a vaccine, he says. Maybe we need to take this time of isolation from the distractions of the world and have personal revival where we focus on the only thing in the world that really matters, Jesus. And then it's a picture underneath of him praying against a wall with a quote that I'm not sure I really understand. I am that I am, Hulk Hogan. But man, that is amazing. Praise God for that. Praise God for that. And it's significant, not because it's said in and of itself, it's significant, it's true, but that it's somebody who is using his notoriety, his fame to do this. And he did this by working hard. He became famous. He got this notoriety by investing in his skills, investing in his career, and paying the dues to get to where he was. And years after he has been in the limelight, he still has the position and the ability to share something that goes viral, that people are sharing all over the place. It's absolutely fantastic. And again, I just want to keep and showing these examples as much as possible in the show, because these are the reasons why we should be successful and striving for success as Christians. These are the moments to preach the gospel, to be able to influence our culture, to be able to speak truth, to be able to share what God says in his word. These are the things that matter, and I absolutely love this. Now, swing into the other side of what's not good news to what is absolutely disgusting and just infuriated me to no end. Yahoo Finance on Twitter screenshotted this. How's the corona recession affecting you, and what questions can we answer? This got me so upset I was so angry at this. How dare you, Yahoo Finance, say this? The coronavirus recession. Be like, Matt, what's the problem? Obviously, we're in economic hardship. Obviously, 10 million jobs have been lost. Obviously, stores are shutting down. Companies are laying off people. What's wrong with this? Obviously, we are in hard times. We are in a recession. No, we are not. No, we are not. And here again is the media trying to not support. This is the thing. This is probably the thing that makes me so upset. I was just done watching the coronavirus, hearing about the coronavirus. I just got done with the conference of Trump talking about the coronavirus. Talking and hearing about the companies that are pitching in, the doctors and nurses and medical staff that are working long hours in the night, the government officials, the government people that are in charge of collecting the statistics and presenting them to leadership for the leaders to make decisions, the leaders, all of these people, what are we doing? We're pulling together. We are coming together, working long hours. We're taking time to isolate ourselves. We're making sacrifices. Businesses are shutting down. Businesses are donating, transforming, pivoting their resources, their production. And what do we have the media doing? Not rallying with us, not coming together with us. What are they doing? They're trying to attack the president. They are still being political. When the country is uniting, the media is on the other side. They're not on our team. Their business, their people, their employees are against us. They're using their success not to encourage, not to exhort, not to bring us to Christ like Hulk Hogan, but to destroy us and to cast a cloud on us and to be the naysayers. How many times in the Bible were there people that were always nagging and always being negative and always being the doubters? Oh, we can't go into that land. Oh, you can't build that wall. Oh, you can't follow God. Sounds a lot like Satan, honestly. And that's what the media is here. Yahoo Finance says, how is the corona recession affecting you? They threw the word recession in there to make it sound worse than it is. And you're like, Matt, it's bad. What are you talking about? We are in a recession. No, we are not. No, we are not. No matter how bad a quarter is, it requires 2 quarters of negative GDP growth to be in a recession. So they're lying here. They're bearing false witness. They're witnessing, they're testifying as Yahoo Finance's authority in the financial industry, in the news industry, that we are in a recession when we are not, which hurts us, which injures us, which causes us to behave in a way that we wouldn't have otherwise. They're shaping the narrative. And it's disgusting when the whole country, when businesses, industry, professionals, government workers are coming together to find solutions to provide resources that we need, staying open, working late hours. This is what we get from the media. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Speaking of the presser and the media, one more story before we get into our video clips. There's this lady from Hong Kong. She was a reporter, which I have no idea why we let foreign press into the press circles in the United States for the White House, in the press corps, in the White House, whatever it is, the bullpen or whatever they call it. I don't know why we give precedent. I always try to say that word. It never comes out right. We have a rotation. We have so many reporters that want to get in. There's a rotation to get in right now. And we have foreign press in there. They don't have a right to be in there and ask our president questions. It should be the American press. The American press should be the one, even how trashy and terrible they are. Why are we giving the priority and giving a spot to foreign press when we have our own reporters that can ask questions that know and relate to their readers in the United States. It's insane. I don't get it. But this reporter from Hong Kong asked a question, and I love it. Trump was so good today or yesterday, because you're listening to this the day after. He was so good. He called them out and said, "Where are you? Were you from China? Where are you? You from the Communist Party?" She was from Phoenix TV, and she lied and said she was from Hong Kong. But what is true is she works for Phoenix TV. And Phoenix TV content is subject to the dictates of the Central Communist Propaganda Department. The party and government instructions include to Phoenix TV to remove specific items of news that violate the party's news guidelines or positively reported on the United States or events in the United States. She's a propagandist for the Communist Party who brought this upon us. The ones responsible for this world pandemic. The spokesperson, a propagandist, got into the White House to ask our president questions and got challenged by our president, which I absolutely loved. And people on Twitter from our press, blue check marks, were trying to dunk on Trump and saying, "Oh, she's not from the Communist Party. She's not from China. How dare that racist Trump say that because she's Asian?" Nothing to do with her ethnicity. She works for the communists, and he knew that. He knew that. Those people don't get in and near the White House without a full background check of knowing who they are. It's just absolutely disgusting. Our media is absolutely disgusting in so many ways. We're going to talk to you about Kingsman Grooming products. The opposite of disgusting, refreshing, enjoyable. It's one of the greatest things. I love it. I have it on my beard all the time. The oils and the grooming creams. I have the pre-shave, aftershave. I love it. It makes my skin feel good. I smell good. And it just is a wonderful thing to have. I'm so glad that I switched over to them. Go over to kingsmangroomingpros.com, kingsmangroomingpros.com. The link's in the show notes. Get 10% off when you put HTBT in the checkout. Support a Christian small business and get great quality products for yourself. Whatever you need for the grooming products for men, they got it. They also have leather products, lotions, and tons of other stuff. Go check them out. Just see what they got. kingsmangroomingpros.com. They have just the best top-of-the-line products, and it's 10% off when you use HTBT. So go over there to kingsmangroomingpros.com. Support a Christian company. All right. 2 videos. One from the great Whoopi Goldberg. There we go. I had it backwards. I cut it out in the other video 4 times. All right. Whoopi Goldberg. Let's check this one out. Very short clip. It's 19 seconds. It's absolutely hilarious.
Dr. Jill becomes a Surgeon General, his wife.
Yeah,
Joe Biden's wife, because he would never do it, but she's a hell of a doctor. She's an amazing doctor.
I thought she was a doctor and PhD. Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I
thought she was.
Yeah, I think she's a teacher, but
she'd be a great doctor. She'd be a great doctor. She's a great doctor. She'd be a great Surgeon General. She's a great doctor. She has a PhD in education. She's not a medical doctor. And I play this quote not because I despise and loathe Whoopi Goldberg, which I do. But notice how no one is laughing at her. They're trying to just slow play it. Kind of, she's in education. Yeah, she'd probably be a good doctor. No one calls her out on it. And the Meghan McCain's on there. Some other conservative, I think. I don't know. I don't even watch the show. I don't know who the dude is on the guest. But because she's one of their own, she gets cover. And this goes in line with what we were talking about before, the disgusting media, the propagandists who feel no issue with taking the side of the Communist Party in a press conference to dunk on Trump, to go against the media, the conservatives, to go against the America. They don't care. They hate it, but they love their own, and they're going to not even call out their own when they make stupid mistakes. It's all a scam. It's all a lie. It's a production. This is not the truth. Do not be listening to our news media and think you're getting the truth. You're getting a production. They're getting a production of a narrative they want to push to you. Otherwise, you would laugh your butt off about Whoopi Goldberg not only saying she's a doctor, Jill Biden, vice president, the one running for president right now in the Democrat Party, not only saying that she's a doctor, but saying she's a great doctor. She would make a great surgeon general, a great one. I know, yeah, she's a great doctor. Why would anyone ever believe anything she ever says? She just is lying. And everyone else is helping her cover it up by not calling her out and mocking her and laughing at her about it. You don't have to be mean about it. You could just laugh about it. But she's lying, and everyone knows she's lying, but no one says anything about it. So beware. All right, this last one is from ABC. It's an interview of a doctor who is treating patients with something qualaquin and zinc. We'll hear about it in a second. But when we hear listen for the success he's having and the other trials around the world that have had success with this too. And I want you to ask yourself, why isn't this all over the news? And why are we not responding appropriately with this kind of news?
I do want to ask you about hydroxychloroquine. The president was pushing it pretty strong again yesterday. You said you have prescribed this. I want to talk to you about the effects you're seeing.
What we're finding clinically with our patients is that it really only works in conjunction with zinc. So the hydroxychloroquine opens the zinc channel, zinc goes into the cell, it then blocks the replication of the cellular machinery. So it has to be used in conjunction with zinc. We are seeing some clinical responses in that regard. There are people that take it regularly for other disease processes. We have to be cautious and mindful that we don't prescribe it for patients who have COVID that are well. It really should be reserved for people that are really sick in the hospital or at home very sick that need that medication. Otherwise, we're going to blow through our supply for the patients that take it regularly for other disease processes.
But what you're saying is you're prescribing it and it is working for COVID-19 patients.
Every patient I've prescribed it to has been very, very ill. And within 8 to 12 hours, they were basically symptom-free. And so clinically, I am seeing a resolution that mirrors what we saw in the French study and some of the other studies worldwide. But what I am seeing is that people that are taking it alone by itself, it's not having efficacy.
Okay.
Taking the medicine, hydroxychloroquine, I apologize. I can't ever say it right. I really tried. And zinc together. He's saying it should be saved for the sickest of the sick in the coronavirus, not the people that have mild symptoms. And the people that he's treating with it within 8 to 12 hours, which I think on social media I said 48 hours, so I probably should go back and correct that if I can. 8 to 12 hours, little to no symptoms. So he's only using it on the people with the most severe cases, and he's seeing 8 to 12 hours later, no symptoms. And he's saying it's consistent with the French trials and other trials around the country. He's not saying most, he's saying all of them. In conjunction with some of the data that we see and heard that 50% of the people that have this virus don't even have symptoms. With the most harmed people are older people, the people that have other conditions, existing conditions, which I'm not minimizing it. Obviously, the flu can be terrible, pneumonia can be terrible, the coronavirus can be terrible. So half the people don't have it. A majority of the people that have symptoms are mild. The people that have it severely usually have pre-existing conditions. And the people that are the most sick use this treatment in conjunction correctly, and 8 to 12 hours have little to no symptoms, and it's been tested over and over again. Why aren't we hearing this all over the media? And why are we shutting down our economy? It isn't even the case where 10% that get it are really sick and they all are close to dying. We now have treatments. We have therapies. We have remedies. Half the population that has this, the coronavirus, don't have symptoms. And the people that get most hurt have other pre-existing conditions. And the people that do have it, then that have the bad symptoms and the drastic and the severe effects of it, there's treatment for it now. Why hasn't the economy been open yet? Open the economy back up, man. This is insane. This was on ABC News. If you are watching on YouTube, you'll see their logos on it. This isn't some fringe conspiracy. This is on the news. What is going on? We've got to get this economy back up and running. It's good to hope, and I'm just going to leave this on a positive note. Press conference last night. Donald Trump did say and hint at that it's not going to be as long as we think it is. Which, man, if it's even longer than today, it's been too long. But let's get this economy back open. We have to. I'm getting more and more emails and correspondence of being jobless and needing jobs. And I know there's millions more. We see it in the numbers. This can't continue. And there's no reason for it to continue now. There's no reason for it to continue. If there is any reason, then we would be closing off the economy for every virus that happens. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. Go be successful. If you have been laid off and you need help, brainstorming ideas, whatever, I'm here to help. Please reach out to me. I respond to every single person. Matt at howtobuildatent.com. Find me on all the social media sites, How to Build a Tent. Appreciate you to subscribe while you look me up. YouTube, like this channel if it's helpful. I really appreciate it. We'll talk to you tomorrow.